Every day, more than 330,000 tons of pork are consumed worldwide. To meet this colossal demand, over 20 million pigs are slaughtered and processed daily to make hamburgers, steaks, sausages, and all kinds of meat products. But have you ever wondered how this meat is produced on such a massive scale? Well, today we will travel to the United States, home to one of the largest meat processing plants on the planet, where more than 20,000 pigs are slaughtered every day. There, we will learn about each stage of the industrial process, from the care of the animals on the farm to their final transformation into the cuts you see every day in your supermarket. So, get ready, because you are about to discover how the most consumed meat in the world is produced on a massive scale. Let's begin. Step number 1. Raising and preparation on farms. It all begins on large industrial farms, where pigs are raised in controlled environments that combine technology, hygiene, and animal welfare. From birth until they are about 6 months old, these animals live in large, enclosed buildings with regulated temperature, automated feeding, and even ambient music to reduce stress. Although many imagine the opposite, these pigs actually do not live badly. They always have clean water available, receive food several times a day, and are constantly monitored by veterinarians and specialized personnel. Everything is designed for them to grow healthy, without diseases or situations that could affect the quality of the meat. Most follow a balanced diet based on corn, soy, vitamins, and specific supplements. This feeding plan not only accelerates their growth, but also improves the texture, flavor, and fat content of the meat. At 5 or 6 months, when they already weigh close to 100 kilos, about 220 pounds, they reach what is considered the ideal point, neither too young nor too heavy. It is the exact moment when the perfect balance between muscle, fat, and tenderness is achieved. And although it sounds harsh, it is at that point when the pigs are ready to be slaughtered. Before leaving the farm, each pig undergoes a final review. The animals must be in perfect health, without wounds, without fever, and without any signs of disease. Paradoxically, the pig that presents any health problems saves its life. Only those that meet all the standards are loaded onto trucks bound for the processing plant, where they will cease to be animals and begin their transformation into meat. Step number 2. Transportation and arrival at the plant. At dawn, as the day barely begins, refrigerated trucks start lining up in front of the plant gates. Inside them travel hundreds of live pigs, coming from different certified farms that have passed all sanitary controls. A plant like this can receive between 15,000 and 20,000 animals a day, divided into perfectly organized shifts to maintain a constant flow without saturating the work lines. The unloading process is carried out carefully. The animals descend wide ramps with non-slip floors and side barriers that guide them smoothly. There are no shouts, pushes, or abrupt movements. Everything is designed to maintain calm, because any emotional upset in the animals directly affects the quality of the meat. A stressed pig can develop PSE meat, that is, pale, soft, and exudative meat, which is simply unusable. Once inside, the pigs are taken to a resting area where they remain for between 2 and 4 hours, with shade, constant ventilation, and free access to clean water. This time allows them to recover from the journey and stabilize their physiological levels before continuing. During that period, a team of veterinarians performs a visual inspection of each animal. It is verified that they walk correctly, that they do not present visible wounds or abnormal behaviors. If any show signs of fever, extreme fatigue, or any disease, they are immediately separated. And although it seems like a simple step, it is one of the most important phases of the entire process. Here it is defined whether the meat that will reach the consumer will be safe, hygienic, and of good quality. With the animals already inside the plant, rested, checked, and ready, the most delicate step of all arrives: the slaughter. Step number 3. Stunning and bleeding. From the resting area, the pigs are guided to the slaughter line using automated systems. Everything is designed to avoid direct human contact and minimize stress. The most common method in modern plants is electrical stunning, which applies a brief shock to the head and causes an immediate loss of consciousness. Only then does the process continue, without pain or suffering for the animal. Immediately afterward, the body is suspended by a hind leg, and a cut is made in the carotid artery. The body remains hanging for 2 to 3 minutes, enough time for the blood to flow out completely and be collected in stainless steel tanks. An adult pig can release between 4 and 5 liters of blood, and removing it correctly is essential to avoid contamination and preserve the meat well. Believe it or not, that blood is not wasted. It is reused in fertilizers, animal feed, pet food, and other industrial byproducts. In large-scale plants, this process can be repeated up to 600 times per hour under the constant supervision of technicians and veterinarians. That means that in a single workday, more than 10,000 pigs can be slaughtered in just one plant. A figure as shocking as it is real, and one that makes clear the brutal pace of this industry. Once the bleeding is complete, the lifeless body continues its journey hanging from the overhead line and prepares to move to the next step: external cleaning and hair removal. Step number 4, scalding and deharing. After bleeding, the pig's body, still suspended, is automatically transferred to the next station, scalding. There, it enters a steel tank filled with hot water, approximately 65 degrees Celsius, 149 degrees Fahrenheit. This bath lasts about 5 minutes and has a very clear purpose: to soften the skin and loosen the hair so that it can be easily removed in the next step. Once scalded, the body passes to a rotary deharing machine, equipped with rubber rollers, rotating paddles, and industrial brushes. All the hair from the head to the hooves is removed mechanically and controlled, without damaging the skin. If any fine or difficult-to-remove residue remains, an extra step is applied: singeing, where a controlled flame passes over the body for a few seconds, eliminating any trace of hair. A jet of cold water immediately stops the thermal process and leaves the body clean, smooth, and ready for the next phase. At this point, the animal no longer looks much like a pig. The skin is hairless and begins to take on the appearance of the final product. But the most delicate part is yet to come. It's time to open the body and work on the inside. Step number 5, evisceration and sanitary inspection. With the body now clean on the outside, it's time to open it on the inside. To begin, a precise longitudinal cut is made to extract all the internal organs: intestines, stomach, lungs, heart, and liver, among others. The operators, equipped with pneumatic tools and rotating tables, work quickly and precisely. In a single day, each can process up to 300 pigs, maintaining a constant pace without losing quality control. Once out of the body, the organs are automatically separated. Some, like the liver or heart, are destined for human consumption. Others, however, are sent to the byproduct industry, where they are used to make flours, oils, fertilizers, and more. But before continuing, the team of veterinarians comes into action. Each body is inspected by hand and visually to detect infections, injuries, or any anomalies. If something is not in good condition, it is immediately discarded. After passing this control, the body is cleaned with pressurized water, removing any remaining internal fluids. From this point, it is no longer called a pig, but a carcass. That is, the clean body, without blood or organs, ready to be chilled and converted into commercial cuts. Step number 6, chilling and maturation. Once emptied and inspected, the body, now a carcass, is moved by rails to a large cold storage chamber. There, it will remain hanging for between 16 and 24 hours at a constant temperature of between 0 and 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit. During that time, the meat gradually loses its internal heat, matures naturally, becomes firmer, and reduces its surface moisture level. All of this facilitates subsequent cutting and improves the final texture of the product. The system is fully automated. Thermal sensors, constant ventilation, and humidity controls ensure that the cold chain is not broken at any time. If something fails, the line stops immediately. There is no margin for error, because a minimal alteration in temperature could spoil the meat, or worse, cause contamination with serious consequences for the consumer. When the carcass leaves the chamber, it is already cold, firm, and compact, ready to be transformed into steaks, ribs, sausages, and much more. Step number 7, cutting, packaging, and distribution. Already chilled and matured, the carcass enters its final phase, cutting. First, the carcass is divided into 2 symmetrical halves, and then the operators, equipped with large knives and pneumatic cutting tools, begin to separate the main cuts: hams, loins, ribs, bellies, shoulders, and tenderloins. Each workstation has a specific function, and the pace is constant. On a single line, up to 600 carcasses can be processed per hour. Once separated, the cuts pass through an automated system where they are weighed, classified, and organized according to the type of meat, fat level, and commercial destination. Some pieces are destined for fresh consumption, others go to sausage factories, and many are frozen for export to different countries around the world. Nothing is wasted. Bones, fat, and trimmings are used for the production of broths, oils, animal feed, and other industrial byproducts. Then comes the packaging. Each cut is placed in vacuum packaging or in trays with a controlled atmosphere, sealed to the millimeter, and labeled with all the data: product type, weight, expiration date, and traceability code. This allows each tray to be traced from the farm to the supermarket. Once packaged, the final product is stored in cold storage chambers and loaded onto refrigerated trucks ready for distribution. In the United States alone, more than 11,000 tons of pork are consumed per day. And plants like this can dispatch more than 100 tons in a single day, a truly impressive figure. And there you have it. From the farms to the supermarket, the entire process is mechanized, synchronized, and supervised in detail. An industrial chain that transforms thousands of animals per day into perfectly sealed trays, ready for global consumption. To finish, tell us, did you imagine this entire process? What is your favorite cut of meat? Leave your answer in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next factory tour.